Last year's historic election saw record turnout in North Carolina and showed how participation in our democracy can thrive when voting is made accessible to all voters. 1 million North Carolinians chose to cast an absentee ballot by mail in 2020. Sadly, instead of building on last year's election success, some politicians now want to take our state backward and make casting a ballot more difficult for North Carolinians. As you've heard, Senate Bill 326 would eliminate the window for county boards of elections to receive absentee ballots by mail up to 3 days after Election Day, even when those lawful ballots were postmarked on or before Election Day. There is no evidence that this change is needed. It would simply hurt North Carolina voters across the state, but especially in rural communities who follow the rules, but who could have their ballot unfairly invalidated because of a delay in mail delivery. We call on all members of the General Assembly to reject Senate Bill 326. It is worth noting that in 2009, the North Carolina General Assembly unanimously voted in both chambers to establish this 3-day grace period for receiving absentee ballots by mail. Among those voting in favor of the 3-day window in 2009 were Senate President Pro Tem Phil Berger and now House Speaker Tim Moore. Rather than creating unnecessary barriers to the ballot box, lawmakers should work in a bipartisan way to make casting a ballot more accessible for every North Carolina voter. We must protect the freedom of every voter in the state of North Carolina to participate in our elections, not create roadblocks. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane.